Are you thinking about making a move to Destin, Florida, so you can enjoy that fantastic coastal lifestyle on some of the world's most beautiful beaches? Well, hold on. Don't pack your bags yet, because there is a few things that you need to know before you do make that move. So in this video, I'm going to go over 6 pros and cons about living in the Destin area. And then after that, you'll have enough information so you can make the best decision about whether Destin, Florida is right for you or not. The first pro is our beautiful beaches and all the outdoor activities that you can do here. So if you've never seen the beaches of Destin and Northwest Florida, you're in for a real treat, because the waters are crystal clear, the super beautiful light blue, green, teal, turquoise, all of those gorgeous colors. And it almost looks like it's Photoshopped. Some days when I drive over the Destin Bridge, I'm just like, wow, when I look at the harbor, it just does not even look real. And then the sand of our beaches is very, very fine. It's kind of powdery almost, and it's white. It's absolutely gorgeous. Some of the other beaches in Florida have more of a granular feel. It's not as easy on your feet or crushed shell. So this sand is super soft on your feet and absolutely stunning blue waters. And a lot of people like to fish offshore, or they'll paddleboard or boogie board. So there's lots of cool things other than just lounging on the beach. And then of course you've got the bay activities where you can do your pontooning, again, the paddleboard and the kayaking. There's all kinds of things to do on the bay. And then of course it is the luckiest fishing village in Destin. So there's some amazing charters and water sports that you can do. You can rent jet skis and rent boats and everything. So there's tons of really cool things to do outside. And if you're a golfer, we got plenty of golf courses out here too. So there, and then we've got hiking trails, Timpucci biking trail. It's 18 miles long if you do like to bike outside. So there's lots and lots of stuff to do here. If you like the outdoor active lifestyle, it would be perfect for you. Okay, so here's the con of the world's most beautiful beaches and the world's luckiest fishing village and some absolutely amazing offshore charters. Everybody else wants to do it too. Everybody else wants to be here. It has gotten very, very popular over the years. We moved here from Tampa in 1999, and Destin started developing around that time, building more resorts and more condos to attract more tourists, and they did more advertising. Well, they did a great job, because this area, the population expands 3 to 4 times what it usually is in the off season. So on season, June, July, August, roughly, is when you can expect longer wait times at restaurants, crowded beaches, and definitely increased traffic. So what the locals do is that they wait for off season. And they go out to restaurants and stuff. At least that's what my family does, and I know a lot of people that do that. Or for the beach, they'll just go real early, or they'll go much later in the afternoon to avoid all those big crowds. So the second pro is the weather. Now, if you like sunshine and you like the warmth, you are definitely in luck, because we have about 230 days of sunshine every year. And the really neat thing about Northwest Florida compared to Central and South Florida is that we do get a little bit of a winter, and it is mild. So on average, I'd say it's about 50 degrees. The weather is really, really nice December, January, February. This year, we actually got snow. We had 8 inches of snow in our yard, which is crazy because we live on the bay and our whole deck was covered in snow. But that is very, very atypical. It was a lot of fun for us, since we typically just have sunshine all the time, but it was really a lot of fun. But yes, the weather is definitely a pro. The con to the nice warm weather is that it doesn't stay just warm. It gets downright hot, well into the 90s a lot of times, and the humidity is way up there with it. A lot of times we joke about, I think I'm going to start sprouting gills like a fish, because there's so much humidity in the air. Now, when it comes to hairdos, that's one thing to think about. If you like to have a beautifully coiffed hairdo with all kinds of hairspray and all kinds of fun stuff and have it look amazing, I'm going to tell you right now, the humidity is going to wreak havoc on that beautiful hair. So it's just something to consider. The other thing that's really important to know about the area is hurricane season. I know a lot of people are very concerned about that, and they should be. But the trade-off is living in such a beautiful area, and we get plenty of notice when it's time to evacuate. And yes, there are occasional evacuation times. The other thing that you need to consider is your home. You can have a backup generator, hardened, windows that are impact windows and doors to help protect your property, and also have a really good insurance policy for your property, both a wind policy and a flood policy to protect you during those times. So the third pro is all of the outdoor activities, especially related to water. We have water everywhere. We have the bay, we have the bayous, we have the Gulf of Mexico. So if you like being on the water, this could be paradise. Now, the con to that is that if you have all this water, you got to get out on it, right? And then so you're going to need the equipment. You're going to have to buy the boat and the paddle board and all of the equipment that goes with it. Even golf clubs, tennis, all these outdoor activities require some type of equipment. If you rent a boat, the areas like Crab Island or the harbor get super crazy during tourist season. It gets really crowded, even on the water. You think the beaches are crowded? The water gets crowded too. So that is the con, that these outdoor fun activities can get pricey because you have to maintain them and store them, your boat, your jet ski, your paddleboard, all that kind of fun stuff. So there's an expense, to it. And then also it does get busy during the summer, but during the off season, it's not so bad. The fourth pro about Destin is that it is a small, coastal, charming, tight-knit community. It's really a great place because there's only about 15 to 16,000 year-round population. So if you like an atmosphere or a community where a lot of people know your name, then Destin could be your place. The other cool thing about Destin, even though it's small, it still has really top-notch restaurants, shopping, and entertainment. Now, the trade-off or the con of living in a small town like Destin is a couple of things. Number one, if you like big entertainment venues like professional sports or big concert events, we don't have that here. Another thing is international airport. So we do have a great little airport, Destin Fort Walton Beach Airport, but it does tend to be a little more expensive to get in and out of this area. And then the third thing is that we don't have like big specialty hospitals like a cancer hospital or a children's hospital or a training hospital. We don't have that. Now, the good thing is that you're not too far from Pensacola or Panama City, and they have bigger hospitals there. They both have international airports, and they both have some big venues. Like in Panama City, they have Bike Week, and then you can see the ice pilots there, the hockey team play in Pensacola. So they're really not that far away. So I guess that's definitely a good thing. That's the trade-off to the con. The fifth pro about living in Destin, Florida is that Florida has no state income tax, which means you get to keep more money in your pocket compared to a lot of other states. The con of the great savings of not having a state income tax is because Destin is so desirable, the real estate taxes and the sales tax in Okaloosa County tends to be a little bit higher than other areas. So that's kind of a trade-off. The sixth pro about living in Destin is our real estate market. It is generally very strong and stable, as evidenced by us making it through the crash of '08, and our values did not take a beating as much as some of the other metropolitan areas in Florida. So that just means that home ownership here is a really solid investment. And then another perk is that you still have opportunities for short-term rental income opportunities also. So now the con to Destin's strong real estate market is, as you can expect, housing prices are going to be higher the closer you are to the coast because it's such a desirable area, and your insurance costs are likely going to be higher, especially for the flood insurance. You do have an option of being a little bit farther away from the coast, say in areas like Niceville or Freeport, and I have done videos on those two cities too, so check out those videos also. And especially in Freeport, they've got a lot of new construction there. The housing is much more affordable, and you will also save a lot on your insurance costs. So you do have options even with those cons. As you can see, Destin offers a truly awesome lifestyle, especially if you're drawn to outdoor activities like boating or hiking or fishing or just sunning on the beach. And if you like that cute little coastal community, Destin could be your next place. Now, on the other hand, if you just think about the crowds of tourists, the extra traffic, and the heat, you may want to give Destin a little more thought. It may not be the right place for you. I am just curious now if you think that Destin might be your next destination, so leave your comments down below. And if you've already decided, Destin's where I'm going, this is my kind of lifestyle, let me know because I would love to help you find your perfect home.